Okay, Jack. So watching the four swings that were on film. See some good stuff. One little thing that I would recommend, that actually two things that I would recommend that you work on. So I like that it's a pretty good rock into back hip load, pretty level. You get a little bit of climb into your stride. I would recommend, trying to feel your hips stay a little bit more level, because there's two things that I would recommend working on when you get to your stride. Number one, when you get to toe touch, if you would look at your posture, I think that you just are a little bit leaning over this way. Um, I think that that makes it a little bit difficult to get to the inside pitch. I think if you stayed stacked up a little bit better, there would enhance your ability to be able to get to the ball that's inside. That's just everybody has a little bit of a different style, but as I was pausing at foot strike, that was one thing that stuck out to me. The other thing that I would really recommend here is, we've been talking about this. I know I didn't show the video on Wednesday because we were really rushed for time because we had to do the turf, but I've been emphasizing this summer with major leaguers about how we get into the ground before we turn. And you can see, as your foot is coming down here, watch how this is going to start to go before you're even in the ground. So your very first movement is starting to come around. And as I watched your four swings, on each of them we get a little bit of that around type action. We don't get all the way to extension with our back arm, and we're cutting a little bit around the ball. And I think it's because we just set ourselves up early. Now, biomechanically, if you look when your heels into the ground, right, your hands are still back pretty good. You do a nice job of heels down. We look at our front hip. Our front hip locks out. We got a good pivot point, right? That's gonna, it's a pretty powerful swing. But to be more efficient in the number of pitches that we get to, I would say after that good hip load, try to stay a little bit leveler with your stride. You get just a little bit of climb there. And as we are coming down, and as we are coming down, see how we've started to open up before we've really, we shouldn't really be turning until that heel gets driving into the ground. We've just set ourselves up a little bit early there with our weight a little bit forward towards home plate, and that's what sets us up to inevitably just be a little bit around.